Okay, so you invested lots and lots and lots of money in getting prepared to launch your product, your book, your business. You hired coaches, you followed somebody else's foolproof system or formula. Maybe, like me, you got a bunch of JV partners to support you in launching your big thing and nobody signed up. Or maybe you were expecting hundreds of people to sign up and 3 or 4 people signed up. Either way, you're in a place right now where you are feeling like your launch has failed. So if you don't know me, hello, my name is Carrie Roldan. I'm the business BFF, and I've helped heart-centered entrepreneurs just like you to let your higher self run your business so that you can relax, know that you're always making the right move, that your business has your back, and that you are totally taken care of. It's actually an amazing place to be in, and but it was one that I came to in a really difficult way. So the reason I'm talking today about what to do after a failed launch is because, hello, I've had one. The story of my failed launch is, I've actually had a couple. I had what I would consider a failed book launch, even though I did become a #1 Amazon bestseller. I definitely did not sell as many books as I wanted to, and my book, Run Yourself Happy, definitely, yes, it has impacted a lot of lives, but it didn't like make the splash on the scene and become a New York Times bestseller the way that I had, intended or hoped that it would become. But actually my big failed launch came, I can't remember if it was before or after I launched my book, but I had invested $10,000 in, it was after my book, because it was in doing all the things that I thought I needed to do to get ready to have a great, big, successful launch. So everyone kept telling me you need to, you got to spend money to make money, and you got to invest in yourself. And so I was doing all of the things that I thought that I needed to do. And I was following, a success plan. I had other people who believed in me and were excited to promote what it was I was creating. And it bombed. Like, it totally bombed. And so this is what I want to tell you is it's not the end of the world. And here's what to do after you've had a failed launch. So this was the #1 thing that helped me so much. And it's actually really cool because I'm going to tell you like a full circle manifestation story. But after my failed launch, I cried because I was so scared, because the truth of the matter was I had invested all this money without telling my husband, banking on the fact that the launch was going to be a massive success and I was going to make all that money back and more. And that didn't happen. Like, I think maybe I had like 1 or 2 paid people in my program, which meant that I had to deliver it, right? But that I didn't make anywhere near my money back. But what I did, right? I had like my panicked moment. I had my panicked cry. If you guys follow me, there was the eventual, coming to my husband and telling him the truth, which really shifted everything. But I think before I did that, this was the most important thing that I did. So sorry for the lead up suspense. I'm just a storyteller. The most important thing that I did after my failed launch was, 1, recognize it's not a failure, right? Like, no, okay, this is a learning experience. But 2, this was the biggest thing. Imagine myself telling that story from stage. Because how many speakers, how many $1 million speakers or $1 million business owners had I already seen, had I invested in their programs, who told the story of their first failed launch or one of their failed launches, right? So what I did was I recognized it as a rite of passage. I saw it as just part of my entrepreneurial journey. And I saw myself, I felt into me telling the story from stage. So if you don't ever want to speak on big stages, what does that look like for you? Where you're in a place of massive success. Maybe you're being interviewed by Oprah or somebody else big in your field, where you're telling the story of that first launch and how you felt and where you went from there. And if you need help in getting into that place, I have a great gift for you. It is a future self visualization. If you go to carrieroldon.com/future self, you can get in touch with that version of you who already exists, who had her failed launch, and who has his or her failed launch, and who has achieved the massive success that you are working toward right now. So that is my advice to you guys. If you have a failed launch, if you're in it right now, imagine yourself a couple years from now or 6 months from now telling the story of your failed launch and what you learned from it and how you didn't quit and whatever came next from you, but telling the story of this moment, of the moment where you're feeling less than great, from the place of having already achieved the massive success that maybe you thought this launch was going to bring you. So that's my advice, you guys, is if you fail, you are not a failure, right? You're on the journey. We're all on the entrepreneurial journey. And there are, I hope we all don't have to go through a failed launch as a rite of passage, but if you go through one, accept it as a rite of passage and visualize yourself telling the story from your place of success, telling your story of this moment from the place of where having already achieved success. And if you need help with that, I have a free gift for you. It is a future self meditation, super valuable. Honestly, everyone who goes through it, even people who have trouble visualizing, relax. If you have trouble visualizing, I was one of those people, just do it. It takes about 20 minutes of your time, and it will be life and business changing. So if you go to carrieroldon.com/future self, you can get that, and I'll put the link in the comments below. So in the meantime, no matter where you are, if you're at your place of your first or second or third failed launch, hang in there. Know that you've got this and I've got you. And if you want to take our work together a little bit further, you can schedule a clarity call with me. I'll put that link in the comments below as well. Just love you all to pieces. Know, my friend, that you've got this and I've got you, and I will see you on the next video.